Hello and welcome to Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. My name is Mara. Today I'm going to be working with some plastic lacing. Let's see, they call it plastic lacing here. Creatology plastic lacing. Let's see, sometimes they also call this Rexlace. As in this one, maybe that's just another brand. Rexlace. I've got some red here, and I have white, and then I also have another one, plastic lacing in purple. I have very little purple left. I like to work with purple, apparently. I've made a lot in purple. I kind of pulled it out before and was playing around with it. And figured I might make a key ring. So I have a baggie that had some other in it. I also have a piece of black, maybe, or I also have clear. Let me see how much of this. Well, it's kind of like it's not really clear. It is sparkly gold. I'm really feeling that. Okay. I have more in the closet. Didn't feel like digging it out. I also have some completed projects, but what I thought I might do is pull up some pictures of different, like, I'm going to call it plastic lacing key chain. Let's just see what comes up. I don't want tutorials because I'm going to kind of show you how to do it. Here we go. Here's a nice looking picture. You can do lots of things with it. I'm going to share my screen real quick and show you what some of it looks like. Let's see, share screen. So we have some various pictures you can do. Oh, that's a pretty small picture, but anyway. Oh, this one is calling it Boondoggle, which is another, way to do it. So right here is a 1x1 using two different colors. So two of your sides turn out blue, two of your sides turn out green. And then here's a picture just kind of showing how that weaving is done. I like these. This one has some fun designs where you're kind of changing direction. You're going one way and then you change direction and make little waves or swirls. I've done one like number 10 here before. I haven't like switched back and forth with, but I've made one like number 10. And then down here, we have some more. Like these crafts are ones that you did like in camp, I like how they've got these two heart-shaped ones woven together. That's kind of fun. And that flower, ooh, that's really fancy. I might have to try something like that someday. And then I also see some like this where it's a 2x1. Here we have it in the round and different ways. So I was planning today to do in the round with a 3x1 and do different colors. So I'm going to remove this. All right. And so I'm just going to get started out and see what we have going on here. Okay. I can't even remember if I learned to do this as a kid, like a 1x1 in the square. And then one year my daughter was at a Girl Scout camp and I was there maybe as a volunteer, and some of the older scouts were showing how to do this. They were doing these crafts and it kind of got me back into it. I went through a really big phase of making these things. And then And then of course I put it away because of crochet and doing that. But I thought today for the Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled channel, I would pull some out and make something up. Hello, Rita. Good to see you. Just checking out the YouTube streets. Yeah, I figured I'd come on for a little while and work with this little mess of plastic lacing. All right. I had this in a plastic bag and it was rubber banded, and the rubber band, it's been in the plastic bag for so long that the rubber band has kind of disintegrated. So I'm coming across little bits of rubber band. All right, well, this black piece is really long. So maybe Rita, while you're here, you can help me make some color decisions. Anybody that comes in can help me to determine which color I should use as my, okay, so I'm going to do a 3x1 in the round. I really should have grabbed a sample to show you guys, but that's okay. This was kind of an impromptu thing. I am thinking if I can get the knot out of this black lacing, then I'm going to use the black as, so I'm going to line them up and I'll frozen. Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera on secondary camera and I'm going to switch over to that camera. Hopefully you should still be able to hear me, but I want you guys to be able to see what I am working on. All right. Okay. I think I've almost got the knots out of this. But I'm going to be lining them up on my finger, and I'm going to do 3 across in one direction. So then it's going to make it a little wider of a piece. And then I'm going to do 1 in the other direction. And then and then I'm going to go in a spiral. So it's going to turn and it's going to be a really cool curve. Hello, Pebbles. Good to see you. And okay, I see there's one last little slip knot here. Maybe I've got it. So this piece of black that I have is nice and long. So I might want to use that one for the side that is just 1. And that will be kind of the core that goes down the middle. And then we'll have the purple and the white and the red for the 3 across. I think I'll put white in the middle and purple and red on the outsides, and then black will be the opposite direction. What do you guys think about that? I know it's a lot of pressure. There's only a few of you here, but you can help me decide what to do. All right. I do want to get going because I only plan to stay live for maybe 40 more minutes, and I'd like to make a little bit of progress on this so that you guys can see it. And I also am going to have to like refresh my memory on how to do it. Kind of picking up a craft I haven't done in a while. This black is, you know, kind of a little bit kinked up from being in the baggie. So it is there. It's going to be a keychain. And let me pull this screen back up. This is what they look like. Let me do a search and see if I can, plastic lacing keychain. I'm going to say 3 by 1. Let's try that. Okay. So it's mostly going to look like this one here with the Etsy. Something like that. And I will put it onto a key ring. Yes. Hello, Mariana. To say purple. Yes. Okay, right. Yeah, so I'm going to use red, white, and purple for the 3 across part. And then I'm going to do black for the side. What do you think? All right, I think I've got the black. I mean, I don't have the kinks completely worked out. It's going to have to get warmed up from being pulled through with my hands, but all right, let's get my pieces of red, white, and purple ready to go. Okay, I think I usually would just like stretch my arms out. I'm going to remove this. Okay. I usually would just kind of grab the end and do like a full stretch. Okay, as far apart as my arms will go. All right, and then I'm going to use non-fabric scissors for cutting. I'm not going to use the scissors that I use for cutting my yarn, my gingers. Okay, now I'm going to put this red out of the way. And then for the other two, the white and the purple, I'm just going to match them up and make them about the same length as the red. Yeah, did you ever make them in camp, Rita? Okay, there is the white. Put this away. Well, put it off to the side, I should say. Hopefully, I mean, I do think I have enough purple, but like I said, I've used a lot of purple. There's hardly any left on that spool. Okay, just kind of lining it up. They don't have to be exactly the same length. They're all going to come out kind of different. Rita says, I have been working on a t-shirt quilt for my son. Ooh, yeah. I know. I was trying to figure out, what do you do with all those old like college t-shirts and other t-shirts, right? Or sports shirts and stuff. Okay, I've got I still have enough left. I can probably squeeze one more out of that purple. Okay, so I've got these three. Okay, and then the black is on my lap. I do have black on the spool, but again, I'm not going to get up and pull them out. I'm just going to keep going here. All right. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to put that on the desk. All right. I'm going to bring up my secondary camera. This is going to kind of be in my face. Let's lower it a little bit. Let me add it to the stage, and then we're going to switch the layout so that you can see the Rexlace nice and big. Swap us out. Okay, there we go. Now I've got this in front of me. Here's the purple. I'll just kind of put it off to the side. Now getting started can be a little on the tricky side, but we're going to give it a try. Okay, so, and I may or may not get it right to start out, but I'm going to wrap the purple. I'm going to come over and loop it like this. Okay. And then I'm going to try and get it even, because when that's not too far off, but over here, you want the ends to kind of line up. So I'm going to line up the end and then just tug on my finger until the ends are about the same. Okay. And then I'm going to do the white next. Just going to scoot this a little further back on my finger. And then, are those like the square accordion type keychains? I don't know. You will see as it grows here. I'm going to take the white. Okay. And then, I think I just dropped the red. And then I'm going to loop that around my finger as well. Okay. I'm going to go to the end line them up. And I'm just going to tug. Okay, that's about even on the white. All right, so now I have my purple, my white. I got to pick the red up off the floor. The nerve of it falling to the floor. Let me move that a little bit. Okay, and then let's grab the red. Try to get it here. Okay. All right. That is not even close. So I have to scoop this over a little bit. Get the red over my knuckle. All right. Okay. And then see, it's way off here at the end. So I'm going to try to get it a little closer. Tug. Okay. So that should do it. Now, yeek. Okay. Like I said, it can be a lot to manage at first. Okay, so now I've got them all looped. Now we're going to come in with our black and give it a try. Okay, there we go. All right, so these are going to go under all layers of the red, white, and purple. And then I'm going to pull it and try to line it up as close to halfway as possible. Because of course now I'm short a hand. Yeah, this is way off. But I'm going to try to... Okay, now I have approximately half of my black lace, and I want to make sure it's not twisted. Okay. Okay. Getting the idea? Now what we'll do is we will grab one end of the black, okay, and then if we do it this side, we're going to go under, over, under, over, under, over, okay, got to pull it through. No, 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 I should have gone over, under, over, under. Okay, for here we have this part is open, so we need to come over the top of it. Get this back under here. See, I told you it was going to be tricky to get this started. Okay. We have to come over the top of the first red one. Get to the end of this black. Okay, over, under, over. Okay, I'm gonna relax my hand here a little bit. The white is too close to the red. Okay. Over, under. Over, under, over, under. Are you guys laughing at me yet? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, then with this one, we have to do the same thing. We come over the top of this purple. And under. Okay, over, under, over, under, over, under. Okay. Okay, so it looks like a little S, right? Now I'm going to have to carefully pull these tight. I'm going to pull it tight and then get it off my finger. Okay, kind of pull it, tighten it down on each one. Okay. Scoot it a little further. Okay. Slipping it off my finger. All right, now there we go. I can't believe it took a little, you know, manipulating, but I was able to get it on the first try. It's a miracle, the miracle of, and this is what it looks like on the underside, okay? So I'm actually going to flip it over because I want to hide this. I don't want this to be on the outside. I want this to be on the outside. I don't want to make it too tight. I wonder if I'm going to search my little tool caddy over here and see if I have already a key ring. I got some pony beads. Oh, that would have been a good idea. Huh. No. All right. No worries. No worries. I was just wondering if it could work using a bracelet jig. Ah, you know what? Yes, I have one of those. I think maybe, maybe not. I'm sure there is one. Hey, Karen, good to see you. So then how I'm going to do it is, see if I can remember how to get it going. I'm just going to add the key ring on later since I don't have one here at the desk. I really thought I did. You know how you see something on your desk for months and then it just disappears when you need it? That's what's happening here. Okay. So now I want this to go in the round. So instead of coming straight across like this, I'm going to go at an angle. You'll kind of see it, not so much from the beginning. So I'm going to take my lower right and bring it to the upper left, and then I'll have my upper left bring it to the lower right. You really have to be coordinated with all your digits here. But anyway, you're going to then come under and over. Oh, wait a minute. You want to do the over and under first to lock it in. Oh, I can't believe I'm remembering this. Okay, so I'm going to take my first red that is loose and on the loose black, and I'm going to come over the top of that and then go under the next one. Okay, then I'll do the next red and I'll come over the top and under. And we're going to do that first white on my left side. Come here, white. and then under the black. The other white, come over and under. Hey, Zach, how's it going? And then with the purple, we're going to come over the black and under. Trying to get my hands out of the way. It's going to take getting like a little bit of a nugget that I can hold on to from the bottom before it's going to be easy. But the first few are going to require a little manipulation to get them into place. Okay, then take the last purple and come over and under. All right, and then we'll tighten it all down. So how I do that is I grab all 3 of my strands on each side and tug, and then I take my thumb and forefingers and I pinch and pull till it just kind of tightens it down. And it's going at a little bit of a twist, which you'll be able to see more once I do a few and it really starts to go in a circle. It's so fun. All right. Okay. And I got it on the first try. It's a miracle. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to start and take my lower right and bring it to my upper left. I want to make sure, of course, that the lacing is going in the right direction, okay? And then you bring the upper left to the lower right. Okay. We're going to start up here again with our red. Okay, then I'm going to come over and under. That will lock. By coming over and under, it locks this black one in place. Okay. And then we're going to take the other red and come over and go under. Oops. What happened here? Okay, get out of the way. All right, over and under. Now the white one. You're a little nervous for tonight's live? Oh, are you going to be learning some crochet tonight, Zach? Don't be nervous. I'm going to try to be there for you. Okay. Okay, over and under. Here we go. Okay, and then we need our purple one. So my thumb is kind of in the way, but I will get it out of the way. So we're going to come over and under the black. And then our last purple, or the second purple, is going to lock this down. We're going to come over the top and then go under the other side. Okay, now that I've got those all in, move my hands, grab the 3 strands on each side and tug. Then with my thumb and forefinger, just pinch and tighten it. Okay, see it going there? Let me just tighten it down a little bit more. So we'll have red, white, purple, and black. This red will kind of get tightened as I go. Isn't that cool? Yeah, Rita says, yes, I am going to be doing double crochet tonight. Awesome, Zach. Don't be nervous. I'll try to be there for you too. You can do it. Yes, and just take a deep breath and be confident in yourself. You can do it. Okay. All right. Yes, and in fact, let's give you some mindfulness or quotes of inspiration by typing in yogi. Don't forget that over here on Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled, you can do some of the same things as you can on my other channel, Mindfully Crocheted. Okay, so I typed in Yogi. Let's make sure Nightbot's working. Okay. Here we go. Let's do the next one. Okay, we're going to come over from the bottom to the upper left. Boy. Get that facing the right direction. And then bring this over and down. There we go. Live consciously. Okay. All right. So red first. Okay. So we're going to come over and under. Grab the red. Over and under. And we'll get our white. I have a feeling also I have a good teacher in Crystal. Yes, hook that yarn, Crystal. She's an awesome teacher. Okay. She's a very talented person. Okay, we got a lot of talented people in crocheters and everything in the YouTube streets here. Okay, so I got the red, the black, and now let's get that purple. We can come over this way too. I'll get my big thumb out of the way after. Okay, so we're going to go over and under. Okay. Over and under, and then the other purple over and under. Okay. Get my fingers out, pull the ends, tighten it down. Yes, she'll be a good teacher and we will all be there to help you out, says Rita. Hey, and Zach, drop your channel by typing the word MC2, or just type in MC2, which stands for Mindfully Crocheted Squared. So MC2, that'll drop your channel. If anybody else wants to drop your channel, you may do so. All right, so look at how it's doing. Pretty cool. Head over and check out this channel. Here we go. Let me pull it up on screen. Well, I'm not going to pull it up on screen. I'm just going to kind of keep this. You never know. I may want to repurpose this video. Okay. So yes, go check out Zach if you don't already have Zach. Okay. All right. So now it's getting to the point where I can kind of grab the little nugget on the bottom, but I'm going to, once it gets going, I'll be able to figure out how to grab it. But anyway, so we're going to come up and do up to the left, down to the right. Okay. I have to just kind of try to remember how I used to hold it all together. But so you don't need any extra fancy tools. You just got to have good manual dexterity. All right, let me... Got my red. And I'm fumbling everything around as I'm saying you need good manual dexterity. Okay. Actually, in 2013, when I first came on YouTube, I was using the channel name Handy Crafter, and I wasn't doing any kind of content or anything. Obviously, I only started doing content a couple of years ago, but I was doing Handy Crafter. And when I first did YouTube, when I first was searching up YouTube videos, it was like how to do all these boondoggle things. Sunita, hello. How are you, my friend? All right, so the white, and I need the other white. Over and under. I think this got twisted. Flip that around. Before you tighten it down, you need to make sure you don't have any twists in your... Okay, so then we're going to go over and under with the purple. Yeah. Okay. And then I need to get this last one over and under. Okay. It looks like a jumbled mess, but I think I got it. Nope. Wait a minute. This came out. Let's get this under here. Okay. All right. There we go. So pull it tight. Pull it tight. See how it's looking there? Tighten it down. Again, you pull all these three and then pull the black. Sunita says, hi, everybody. Okay. All right. So I'm almost there. I'm almost at the point where I can get it. So we're going to take this one, come up to the left. This one, come down to the right. I'm going to grab it with my pinky and my ring finger. All right, I'm starting to get to that point where it'll be easy. I'm going to grab the red, come over and under. Get the second red, over and under. Okay, then the white, over and under the black. If I can, come on, there we go. Over. Hold up. Okay, got a little twisted there. Okay, over and under with the second white. I want to thank everybody for coming in and hanging out with me for a little while today. I'm going to stay live for about another 12 minutes. So let's see how far I can get in 12 minutes. All right, over and under with the first purple, and then from right to left, over and under with the second purple. Okay, then grab the three colors on each side and then pull it. It's like you're pulling on in both directions. What do they call it? Like a counter pull. So you pull this way and then you pull this way to get it nice and secure. And I'm getting a nice little twist. The black is going to be going down the outside, and that's what you'll see swirling around the outside. And then the red, white, and purple will be just like a nice twist as well. All right, like I said, my nugget is getting pretty good there. I can grab it kind of like this. Okay, so now I'm going to come over up to the left with the first black, and I'm pinching it between my middle finger and my ring or my pointer finger. And we're going to come down to the right, and I'm just securing it. So I've got like a weird look with all my fingers here. Okay, red, top left red goes first. Over and under. Okay. Second red. Over and under. So have any of you done this before? Okay. I've got the white over and under. Nah. Trying to get caught on the black in my finger. Okay. Over and under. Nope, says Sunita. Okay. Over and under with the purple, and then the last purple over and under. So the first red coming over the top and going under secures this black, and then the purple, the last purple coming over and then under secures this black. Okay, then I can let it go, grab the 3 colors on each side. It's like pinch and pull. Pinch and pull. Okay. That's how the twist is looking so far. Rita says, yes, I remember a long time ago, right? It's still fun. And like I said, later I'm going to try to add in a little key ring under the first round here, or the first row across. And yeah, we'll I might have to tie like a piece of, do like a piece of cord or something. I'll figure it out, since I didn't have it. Usually I have already added the key ring by this point, but I didn't have one handy. I'm a little bummed about that, but that's okay. Okay. There we go. All right, ready for the next one. I think I have, but only with 2 colors, right? Yeah, well, that's a good way to start is with doing just a 1-by-1. You can do that with yarn too. I can show you guys like a 1-by-1 with yarn sometime. All right, so now I've got my black go up to the left and then down to the right. Grab this red one. Okay, come over and under. This is just weaving. Okay. The other red over and under. Okay. Over and under. If you guys would like to get your weather, tell me what weather is like in your area. Type in weather followed by your zip code. Okay. All right. And then the purple, come over and under. Kind of, you have to make sure it's, like I said, going the right direction. You're just kind of looping it or folding it over, so you don't want it to get twisted. Okay. All right. Grab the 3 colors on each side, pinch and pull. Oh, you forgot the word weather. Okay, maybe slide a split key ring in the top. Oh, Karen, okay, what I'm gonna have to look up what is a split key ring. Beginning if there is enough slack, or use a larger jump ring. You know what, I was kind of thinking about a jump ring, that jump ring might be helpful. I could put the jump ring in there. I'll just use like a little metal needle to lift it up or whatever. It's, you know, it's a little bit stretchy. I tried not to do that first one super tight. There's a little bit of slack in the white there. Manteca. Sunny with a temperature of 83. Yeah, warm in Manteca. Right? Okay. Up to the left. Down to the right. Okay. Alton, sunny, and 101. Oh my goodness, you got a heat wave. Holy moly. I should type in weather 97201. Here we go. Okay. So weather for the Portland Metro. Let's see. Okay. Over and under. Okay. Get the white. Let's see. 68 degrees. I'll take it. Okay, we just a few more minutes left. Let's see how many more I can do before time is up. So we can go over and say hey to VJ. I don't think I have quite enough subscribers yet to redirect. So Sunita, maybe you could drop VJ's live for us so that we can go over, do a little unraveled raid to VJ's. All right, over and under. All right. Pinch and pull. Yes, definitely staying inside and crocheting, says Mariana. Yeah, right. Everybody stay hydrated. You know, I did bring my bottle of water and then forgot to take any kind of sips. All right. Okay, let's try to do one more and we will wrap it up for today. It's nice. I've got a nice little grip here for my hand. So it's going to start speeding up for me as the laces get a little shorter and the nugget that I'm building, it gets bigger. Then I'll have more to hold on to and the weaving will go faster. This also reminds me of the weaving of like the pot holders or, you know, with the little weaving loom. Or stick the colored rubber bands on or whatever. Okay. All right, here we go. Over, under. This one didn't quite go right. Let's get it. Okay, and last one. Hey, Monica, how are you? We are just wrapping up and getting Let's Unravel to VJ's. Yes, I love that, Sunita. We're going to be heading over to VJ from VJ's Crochet for her, what is it, Make Along Monday? I'm not sure what she calls her Mondays. All right. Okay, so now we're going to pinch and pull. Pinch and pull. Okay. All right. Well, that's not too bad. I've got a nice little nugget going. I love it. This is going to be really pretty. And I plan to give this to my friend. The reason I chose red and purple is because those two of her sons go to a college where red and purple are the colors, and then black and white are just good coordinating colors. So Rita says, Mara, you're bringing back good memories. My sister had the weaving loom. She's a make mom. Oh, pot holders, like pot holders. Yeah. Oh, she used to make your mom pot holders. And then Karen says, I have a triangle loom. I can do a continuous weave on it, but need to stabilize the edges some, I think. Ah, okay, cool. Well, what I do need to do, Karen, is I need to go up and star your message here where you said a split key ring. Yeah, in the top. So I'm going to keep that so I can go look for a split key ring. Okay, no worries. No worries, Rita. I know spelling, not always my thing. But anyway, what do you guys think so far of the little nugget? It's cute. So yeah, there we go. I'll work on this and I will show you guys what it ends up looking like when I'm done. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this second camera. There we go. I appreciate that you joined me today. Let me get this also out of my face. And I will look forward to seeing you guys over at VJ's. And then Monday we have Dory after that. And then, of course, Sanita will be on. So we got the whole lineup. So we've got VJ, then Dory, then Sanita. And then we've got like Bridget and Zach. And there was somebody else coming on at 5 o'clock my time, at 8 o'clock Pacific. So don't forget to catch everybody in the YT streets today. Not sure it is the correct word, but constructed like spring. Okay. All right. I'm going to just do research, Karen, and I appreciate it. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys again for watching. Don't forget to put a little play in your day and maybe some crafts too. Take care and be kind.